Happy Hour with Vic, July 4th, 2025. This is what we're drinking today on Independence Day, America. Does that say L? What am I looking at here? Okay, it says Cerveza Central Original Orgullo Colombiano. What the fuck does that mean? Proud Colombian? I don't know. Pride. That would be the mistake. So I got 2 empty cans here. This is number 3. Number 4 is in the freezer. Because I like my beer cold. So this is going to be our 4th of July special. And what do I have? What do we want to talk about today? Again, I looked online before I started this goofy ass video. I did a YouTube search of drinking alone, and it's all this bullshit that's like trying to get you to not drink. What are we not drinking for? Let's drink. So if you're out there, wherever you are, I'm in, let's go location here. Let me tell you my location. Medellin, Colombia. We've been here for a little over a month. We got here June 3rd, and now it's July 4th, Independence Day. And we're drinking. Today was a little bit of a hard day in this retired person's life, because we had to go down to an eye doctor, a clinic in El Poblado. That's where all the Americans and the foreigners stay, in El Poblado. I don't want to be there. I don't like people. You know this. So we were over there all morning. My Colombian wife had to get a laser shot into her eye because she's, let's call it, people in America, pretty much every kid in America has pre-diabetes. Well, she would have pre-glaucoma, which is what's happening with her eyes. And it's giving her headaches, so they're going to shoot a laser into her eye. But then this laser is going to make a hole to relieve some of the pressure in her eye, and I guess that's how it's fixed. It seems kind of primitive to me, but all right, I'll pay for this. I don't want my wife to have headaches, because that's just an excuse, you know what I'm talking about here. I got a headache. All right, no more excuse with the headache. Okay, I'm old, so I'm not even thinking about this shit. So this is number 3. Hopefully my battery doesn't run out and delete this video, because I fucked up and I didn't charge my phone. So so the other thing that I wanted to talk about is, as I was saying, there's no videos online. Are we anti-boozing? I think America's anti. I just heard this. These millennials and these, I don't know what the fuck you want to call people that are born in 2000s, the aughts. What do they call that? Those are the aughts, and then the 10s and the 20s. All these kids aren't drinking, which is, I think it has a lot to do with the legalization of cannabis, which is good. Let's go. Let's get weed going here. This should have been done fucking decades ago. So they have options now. So I think these kids that are in their 20s, they're not drinking. So maybe that's why there's no videos on here. On YouTube of solo drinking. I'm going to say 70-30, my preference. Because the last time I drink with my wife here and there, but she's one of these people that drinks one beer and she's stumbling all over the place like a goofball. And I'm only drinking, I'm not some alcoholic. Despite my the video, the content, I'm going 3 to 5 beers. I'm not drinking any more than that. The reason why I'm drinking beer is because I want to have a good nap. That's the goal. That's what retired people do. They take naps. So basically that's the goal, so I can have a decent nap, because I barely slept last night because we had to go to this appointment that's like fucking appointment's like, I don't know, 5 miles away, and it takes 30 minutes to get there because there's so much goddamn traffic. And Medellin, there's all this traffic. So, but it's fucking insane. I think the Uber ride was $3, and I tipped the guy, so maybe it was like less than $5, including tip. And then on the way back, I think it was $4, and then I tipped the guy. It's less than $6. These fucking poor guys have to fucking drive around in this traffic all day. So in most Colombians, if you don't know this, tipping is not part of this culture. So I feel, and it's nothing to me. This is insignificant, this amount of money. It doesn't even register to me. Even though I think men, I don't really like men. I think they're all, especially Latinos. Sorry, I'm Latino, so I can talk shit about Latinos. My second father, Adam Carolla, he had a cop friend who was, I'm pretty sure he was also Latino, and he explained a type of crime, and he basically told Adam Carolla, the majority of the sexual abuse, it's coming from the Latino community. And Adam Carolla, he turns this into a joke, and it's super funny. Obviously, because he's a fucking genius, he can turn any subject into this funny dialogue. But he's basically saying you're not going to be sexually abusing a Jewish kid. The fucking Jewish kid he talks more than I do, and I can talk a shitload. You're not going to be sexually abusing some white kid, or not even like, I think he even said not even like, you're not going to be sexually abusing a black kid. Like that's not happening. They're going to be immediately telling their parents, and you're going to be immediately in handcuffs. And so the Latinos are, they're not, I guess they're not talking as much. I guess that was his point. So that's how they're kind of getting away with it. So that's when I'm looking at this guy, I'm sitting in the back, and the last guy, the Uber driver, he's 70 years old, and he was like sitting with his knees together for some reason. Did the guy, did he have to take a fucking piss or something? What was he doing? I don't understand. I could see him from the back. I'm sitting in the back, and I could see him. And but I'm looking at this guy. I'm looking at his hands. I'm like, this guy seems like a child. He seems a little child molesty to me. But I don't know. I don't care. I'm still gonna tip the guy because he's dealing with this bullshit traffic here, and I'm not. I still don't want to be in this fucking car. I want to walk everywhere. I don't ever want to drive a fucking car ever in my life. I will go the rest of my life without driving a fucking car. Unless it's like I'm on a track and I'm driving one of these F1 cars or some shit like that. That's not happening. Or I'm on a fucking R1 or some shit on a fucking Laguna Seca or something. I'd be miraculously, I become friends with Adam Carolla, my second father. He disowned me. This guy's a comedian now. He probably has kids everywhere. He's disowning. But so it's not out of the realm of possibility. He's from California. The guy lived in California. It's not that far. He could have met my mom at some point, knocked her up, had me. So that'd be funny. That'd be a funny move to just like show up on this dude's doorstep and say, "You're my father." He seems there's so many things that it sounds like I'm listening to myself when I'm listening to him. Obviously not as funny. But hyper vigilant. The dude's hyper vigilant. And then, same thing. When he's doing the tip on the Uber, he's like, "I'm not moving my feet." He was not on the Uber. He was talking about giving a tip on at Supercuts or wherever the fuck he's getting his bullshit haircut because he has fucking pubes for hair on top of his head. But he's saying the same thing I do. Not lifting his finger. He's just going 2222 or 2222. $22.22. He's not lifting his finger. I do the exact same thing. if it's a tip, I'm doing like a bigger tip than the default tip, the de facto tip, which is like 2,000 pesos or 4,000 or 5,000 pesos for the Uber. I just hit the 5 and that's it. I don't give a shit. But if I'm doing Uber to change Airbnbs, and this guy's got to drive us, and we got all this luggage and all this bullshit. Like, we both have a luggage, 2 bags. I got 2 bags. My wife's got 2 bags. I'm going to go, one. And I'm not going to fucking move my finger. It's just going to be like, it's going to be 11,000 pesos and 11,000 cents. I'm not lifting my fucking finger. So that's my point. He's saying the same thing. So anyways, let's talk about money here. So these are the cheapest beers. I found one of the cheapest, not the cheapest, but maybe the 3rd cheapest beer, Central. Never heard of this brand, never seen it. My 16th time in Colombia, this is the first time I'm seeing this shit. So these are 2,000 pesos, which is about 50 cents. Oh, the rate, the Colombian rate, Catalina thinks that because Trump and the president of Colombia are having some kind of a disagreement, so the peso's losing its value, the dollar's going up and the peso's going down. So it went up a little bit. So 4,000 pesos to $1, and this was 2,000, which makes this about 50 cents. PBR is cheaper in America. How is that possible? I know corn's getting subsidized. I don't know if PBR is made out of corn. So anyways, what else do we have to talk about? If you're watching this, I don't know why you'd watch this shit. Who wants to hear about this fucking douchebag? This guy. This winner, Victor the winner. Look up the definition of Victor. My mom named me Victor for a reason. Maybe she knew something? I don't know. There's some person in my family that had this name. So, so in jest, Victor the winner. The winner. Okay, so here's what I discovered. I realized the other day when I was having a peak experience up here. Balcony number 1's over here. Is that winning? I don't know. I got 1 balcony. We got 2 balconies here. 2. How many people on the planet have 2 balconies? We got 1 right here. And there's 1 above me that goes all the way across. This one's only 50% of the width of this apartment. The one up top, where the main bedroom is with the king bed, it's 100% of the length. The width of the apartment. What was that? Something just like, oh my god! There's like a red thing that fell from the sky. Was that a fruit? Okay, it was some kind of flower. So, I don't know. Am I winning here? I'm drinking alone. Let's realize that here. I'm drinking alone. My preference, though. I already admitted that. Having a peak experience on this bout. So I was thinking, I was writing about that experience. Peak experience. If you're not familiar with it, get familiar with it. It's very important. It's I didn't even know what the fuck it was until like 2 years ago. So Abraham Maslow, let's call him the first or the godfather of positive psychology. The reason why, so here's the reason why nobody knows about this, because the government isn't, you're not getting funding if you're at some kind of university that's studying psychology. You're not going to get funding to research happiness. Because no one's happy. You're not going to make money. The big pharma is not going to make money giving you pills that have all this research behind it to make you less happy. That's illogical. Nobody needs to be less happy. So all the money's going into negative psychology. Let's call a spade here. All the funding from the government, all the grants, they're going into that side of psychology, negative psychology, or psychology. That's basically, I just realized something. That's what it is. There's no money going into positive psychology. So Abraham Maslow, he was thinking about this shit like 50 years ago. And he died because he was a cigarette smoker. He died where did he die? He died in some Menlo Park, I think. He died from a heart attack, or he was like on a walk or running or some shit. He was a smoker, I think. So all that research got shelved because there's no money in it. How is Big Pharma making money on studying positive psychology? So anyways, that's why nobody knows about this. I'm listening to all the smartest people in the world, because we're living in the age of information, and who have access to the smartest people in the world through podcasts. Let me turn this off. I forgot to turn off this damn fan. We have access to the smartest people in the world, and I'm never hearing anybody talk about this peak experience. We hear about flow state, but that's different. It's under the same umbrella, but it's a little bit different, because let's use an example here. Michael Jordan, when this dude's dropping 60 points against the Trailblazers or some shit, he's hitting 3 after 3. He's in a flow state, but he's not happy. He's in a state of war. Look at his face. He's not smiling. He's just, I'm killing these people right now. That's what he's doing. He's going like this. He's hitting 3 after 3. He's hitting threes in fucking Cliff Robinson's face, or whoever the fuck is on what's this guy's name? Sabonis? Arjudas Sabonis. He's got a kid in the NBA now. Fucking nepotism right there. So anyways, so having a peak. So my point is, I realized the other day when I was writing about this peak experience that I had on this balcony, that number for number, pound for pound, the numbers are telling me the best period in my life was when I was in California. We just left California a month ago. The best, because I had so many peak experience. There's a recipe for this. Everybody needs to understand this. There's a recipe for this. You got to take control of it, because there's so many things that are there's so many things in modern society, in modern life. Look at all these birds. That's like 50 birds. Wow. That's a lot. They just flew by. There's so many things in modern life that are trying to steal your happiness. We just went to, this is modern life. Even though this is a third world country, we got like 200 megabytes per second like download on the Wi-Fi here. The Airbnb host said it was 700. Relax. Tranquila. It ain't 700. There's no fucking way it's 700. I tested it. So everybody needs to understand there's a recipe to this. There's a recipe for peak experience, and you can control it. You can follow this recipe and understand the key is to understand everything that's trying to rob your experience, trying to steal your happiness, and then get rid of those. It doesn't have to be every day. It's impossible. It's 24 hours a day. Emotions aren't static. So, but you want your baseline to be leaning towards happiness, which is going to be hard because our nature is not to not be happy. There's no way. Well, our genetics got here because our ancestors were assholes. There's no way. There's no way these are nice people. Look at photos of people. The earliest photos of people, nobody's smiling. What the fuck is that telling you? They don't even understand the concept of smiling. That's not even in their head. It's a smile. What are you smiling for? In Russia, because it's such an awful place, I've met enough Russians in person to understand about Russian culture and Russian mentality. Russians, if a person on the street walking, just a person walking down the street, not talking, not doing anything, a person walking down the street smiling, they think you're insane. They think you're a crazy person. Why is this person smiling? That's how disconnected. That's just an example, but that's how disconnected these people are from happiness. To me, that's fucking absolutely insane. Now that I know what I know that I have the capacity to be happy, and you do too. You just have to understand. You have to understand what's going on around you, which is a multitude of things that are trying to steal your happiness. So that was my realization the other day. I'm calling it an 11-month layover. 11 months. We were in California for 11 months, and I had so many peak experiences during that 11 months, and it's because I'm constantly learning how to control my environment, and I have the time, I have the freedom. Number one ingredient for this is freedom. Okay, so if you want to do me a favor if you're watching this. I don't know why you'd be watching this shit. Don't listen to me. I'm just an idiot that retired at 39, and I'm drinking beer on a Friday. I don't need to drink beer. I can drink beer every day if I want. I'm just an idiot that figured out something. I paid my house off in less than 7 years. I gained my freedom at 39 years old. I found my beautiful Colombian wife. She could literally, if she was born in the right situation, in the right geographic location, she would have been a model for sure. And but don't listen to me. Listen to the people in your family that are trying to steal your happiness. But do a video, make a video if you want to comment and tell me how horrible my voice is. Or anything you want to do. Anything you want to say. But tell me, at the very least, if you watch this video, tell me where you're drinking alone. Drinking alone. Solo drinking. Solo, that's a Spanish word. Drinking alone in wherever you are. It's fine. Share it with us. Share it with me. And until next time, tomorrow, I'm going to be drinking tomorrow. I'll be back with another video of my ramblings. And I'll say what they say in Colombia, which is strange to me. But I pretty much adopted this, subscribe to this. It sounds Italian, I don't know why. But ciao.